from Living Hope Lutheran Church in Ettrick, Wisconsin, and I'm here again on Sunday, November 22nd, for another Sunday School for All. And guess what? Jesus has another story. Jesus is in a teaching mood these last few weeks, and how Jesus teaches is by telling stories. So let's listen to this one. It's about sheep and goats. Jesus told his disciples they were like sheep when they cared for each other, and Jesus was their shepherd. But they would be like goats if they didn't listen and didn't care. Jesus said to them, "Do you remember that time when you fed the woman who was hungry?" "Yep," they replied. "Do you remember when you visited the old man in prison?" "Oh, yes," they said. "He was lonely." "Do you remember when you gave clothing to the children who didn't have anything to wear?" Jesus asked. "Yes. They were very cold," they remembered. Jesus explained to them, "Every time you care for someone, it's like you're caring for me too. God will welcome you into the kingdom of heaven." The disciples decided then to be like sheep. They knew they wanted to be welcome in heaven. Here's the thing. I want to be like sheep too. I want to be welcome in heaven, but I know I don't always take care of my neighbor as I should. I know that I often think of myself first. I want to tell you a story. There was a dad that had two daughters, two little girls. And one day he was in the kitchen cutting up a mango. Have you ever had a mango? They are delicious. I will tell you that right now. They're juicy and sweet and kind of a golden orange color, and they're drippy and juicy, or almost like candy. But if you ever cut one up as an adult, you'll find that they're kind of hard to cut up because you cannot get all the fruit off the pit in the center of it. And so often when I cut up a mango, I take that pit and I kind of gnaw and suck on it to get the rest of the fruit off because it's so delicious. Well, this dad was in the kitchen cutting up a mango, and he handed the pit to one of his daughters, who happily started to suck on it and get the rest of the fruit off because it's so good. But the other daughter sees this, and she wants a pit too. Unfortunately, there's only one pit per mango. And so the dad says to her, as she screams at him, "It's not fair." The dad says to her, "Whoever told you life would be equal? That all would be fair? Because you know what?" he said. "It's not fair. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you get more. Sometimes you won't." And then he said something really important. He said to his daughter, "If you're gonna look into your neighbor's bowl, look to make sure that they have enough." That's really important. I'm going to say it again. If you're going to look into your neighbor's bowl, look to make sure that they have enough. Don't look to see that you have the same as they do, or that yours is even better than what they have. I'll tell you, if you do that, it's going to drive you crazy. He said, just look in your neighbor's bowl to make sure they have enough. And I think that's what Jesus is trying to tell us here. We spend so much time looking out for ourselves, making sure we have what other people have, or we have even better what other people have. But Jesus says, no. What's important is to look at your neighbor and make sure they have what they need. That's what it means to be my disciple, Jesus said. So that's all for this week. That's all. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope it is safe. I know it will probably be different. But be safe, wear your mask, and I will see you next week. And please know this, Jesus is with us. See you next week. Bye-bye.